I know you want to ride out. Even if we only go to my house, sit more easy as we sit upon my couch. Feels good, but I know you want to ride.
Hello everybody, it's Shaylin, and today's video is going to be high school advice. Although I'm only going to be a sophomore next school year, freshman year I went through a lot of stuff that I think if someone would have just told me, okay, this is what would happen, I feel like that would really help me a lot. So I'm going to be giving you 10 tips and tricks to make the high school experience just fun, because a lot of people say high school was the most stressful time of their lives, and middle school also. So yeah, we're gonna get started with this video. Okay, so the first tip that I would say is be careful around boys and girls. And whenever I say that, I'm talking about the love aspect. So unless it's the 3% of the population where they actually stay together with their high school sweethearts, then you know you gotta be careful and you gotta value yourself and not let them make you feel like you're less than. Especially be careful around those seniors, because if you're an incoming freshman, trust me, you'll have to deal with them. The second tip is to stay out of drama. I feel like most drama kind of goes around like love and the girl or boy fighting over the other girl or boy. Honestly, maybe at that moment while you're a freshman, you may think, okay, I'm pissed, I'm going to fight, I don't even care. Like honestly, I just think it's not worth it whatsoever. At the end of the day, after a fight, the problem isn't resolved. You're still gonna be mad at each other. The fight literally solves nothing except gives you a few bruises. And what I am gonna say is sometimes it's necessary for a fight, because sometimes someone's just picking on you and picking on you and picking on you, and finally you gotta show like where you are. But most of the time it's not like that. Most of the time it's both of you guys trying to start the fight, picking on each other. That's what it is most of the time. So the third tip that I have for you guys is just to stay loyal to the people who are loyal to you. If you have a friend and she's been there for you ever since elementary school, 8th grade, even as soon as you got into high school, I would say keep that friend close and keep them tight into your circle. Don't betray their trust, because then that's what starts the drama. I feel like sometimes people get into this mindset where it's not my fault, they started it, they're over here doing this, that. But then, you know, you just gotta sit down and you have to think, what started this and what can end this? So the next tip that I have for you guys is to not be loud. I feel like screaming down the hallways, talking all the way down there, and I can hear you all the way down here, is really obnoxious. I used to be that way in middle school, and now that I look back on it, I'm like, why was I doing that? Like, was I trying to get attention? And okay, maybe like your voice is just loud in general, because trust me, that's how I am. But you know, you just gotta sit back and you have to think about other people's feelings sometimes, and understand that like yelling in a hallway that's already crowded is like annoying, pretty much. Okay, so another tip that kind of has to do with the tight spaces again is hygiene. Now sometimes someone really can't help and like their parents don't buy them stuff, but trust me, if you go and tell a teacher or a principal or someone who you trust, they will help you out and they will supply you with the things that you need. Now for the ones who's over there rocking in Jordans and over here has Nike shirts but stinks, I feel like that's crazy. You know, brush your teeth, take a shower, wash your armpits, put on deodorant. At the end of the day, you could be the prettiest girl or boy but stink and no one will like you. Now, I'm not saying that you have to smell like flowers and roses. No, you just have to smell not musty, I guess. I don't know. So the next tip that I would give you guys is to learn to love yourself while you're in your high school experience. I feel like one of the hardest things anyone has to deal with is just a lack of self-confidence, and you look in the mirror and you're just like, wow, like, ew. And so I feel like just learning to love yourself will make you so much more happier and just make your high school experience overall so much better. The next tip, it kind of has to go along with learning to love yourself. It's to not care what other people think about you, because I've learned that everyone's gonna have their own opinion about me, you, my family, everyone, but what I'm not gonna let them do is mess up my head and my way of thinking, because I mean, that's their plan. Their plan is to make you upset, and so if you let them get you upset, then you just gave them what they wanted. I feel like teachers are gonna have their opinions, your closest friends are gonna have their opinions, and they might say it, but your job is to overcome what they're saying and make them be like, whoa, shocked. Like, show them your worth and show them what you are, because trust me, you can do it. So the next tip is to find a hobby. I feel like this is what kind of got me through freshman year in general, because I wasn't really interested in all that other stuff. And so whenever I found that one thing that I was looking forward to go to school for, I feel like that just made my experience so much better. So the last thing, which I think is the most important, is to focus on your grades. I feel like school is mainly for learning, so all the other tips were just to make it better for you, but focusing on your grades is what's really going to impact your future and what you're going through. Now, I'm not saying you have to go from an F all the way to an A. Well, that would be great, but if you have, say, a 55, strive to get maybe a 60 next time, and if you get that, then you reached your goal and you should be proud of yourself. So those were all the tips and tricks that I think everyone should know as they're going into high school. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Bye guys, I love you.